Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Learn English Quick podcast. Boost your language skills. I'm your host, Paul Hauser. And today we're going to talk about something that I think is really exciting and also very useful for your life. The topic is the skill stacker. How combining a unique set of skills can make you special and even irreplaceable. You see, many people think they need to be the best in the world at one thing. Like the best writer, the best singer, or the best computer programmer. But actually, success often comes from being pretty good at several skills and then combining those skills in a way that other people cannot. So today, I'll share stories, examples, and simple advice on how you can use this idea in your own life. And of course, while we talk about it, you will also be practicing your English. We'll begin with what is skill stacking. Let's start with the basic idea. Skill stacking means you take different skills, maybe average skills, not world-class, and you put them together in a unique way. This combination makes you valuable and hard to replace. For example, imagine you are a teacher who is also good at drawing. Maybe you are not the best artist, but you can make fun pictures for your students. Suddenly, your lessons are more interesting and students remember more. That makes you special. Or think about someone who knows a little about computers, a little about design, and a little about marketing. That person can start their own online business because they can handle many parts, even if they are not the best in any one area. So why skill stacking works? Why does this work so well? Because it is hard to be number one in the world at one skill. But it's much easier to be above average at 3 or 4 skills. When you put them together, you create a new skill set that very few people have. Here's a famous example. Scott Adams, the creator of the comic Dilbert. He is not the best artist, and he is not the funniest writer. But he is good at drawing, good at humor, and also understands the business world. Put those 3 skills together, and boom, he created one of the most successful comic strips in the world. Real-life stories. Let's talk about some real-life experiences. I had a friend in university. He was not the best coder, and he was not the best public speaker. But he was good at both. Later, he got a job at a tech company. Guess what? They needed someone who could explain technical things to people who were not technical. He was perfect for this job. Another example is my wife's friend. She is a nurse, but she also loves writing. She started a blog about healthcare tips. Soon, her blog became very popular because she could explain medical information in a simple and friendly way. She didn't need to be the world's best writer or the world's best nurse. She just had to combine the 2 skills. The student who stacked English plus social skills. I once taught a student who wanted to work in tourism. She wasn't the best at English, and she wasn't the best at business. But she worked hard to improve her English and practiced being friendly and confident. Later, she got a job at a travel company because she could talk to international tourists in English while also being warm and welcoming. That made her different from many others. Now let's talk about you. How can you start building your own skill stack? Here are some steps. Look at your current skills. What are you already good at? Even small things count. Add new skills slowly. You don't need to master them. Just learn enough to be useful. Think about unique combinations. For example, English plus cooking equals international food blogger. Photography plus social media equals online travel influencer. Teaching plus technology equals online course creator. Practice every day. Even 20 minutes of practice adds up. Skills you can stack. Let me give you some examples of skills that are very powerful when stacked. Communication skills, writing, speaking, storytelling. Technology skills, basic coding, using AI, using online tools. Creativity skills, design, music, problem solving. Business skills, sales, negotiation, marketing. Language skills, English, Spanish, Chinese, whatever is useful for your life. Now, imagine combining 2 or 3 of these. You don't need to be the best, you just need to be good enough. Common myths about skills. Some people say, but I don't have a special talent. Guess what? You don't need to. Skill stacking is not about being the best. It's about being unique. Another myth. It's too late for me. That's not true either. People learn new skills at every age. I once met a man who learned photography at age 60. Later, he combined that with his love for travel and started a small tour company. Motivation for English learners. And here's something important for you, my listeners. English itself can be part of your skill stack. Even if you are not perfect at English, just being able to communicate in English opens many doors. Think about it. English plus your profession equals international opportunities. English plus hobbies equals sharing your passion with the world. English plus technology equals working in global companies. So, while you listen to this podcast, you are not only learning English, you are also building your skill stack. Action plan. Before we finish, let's make a small plan together. Write down 3 skills you already have. Write down 2 skills you want to learn. Think about how to combine them. Start practicing a little every day. Remember, success is not about one big step. It's about small steps, done again and again. So, my friends, today we learned about skill stacking, how you don't need to be the best in the world at one thing, but you can combine different skills to become unique and valuable. We saw real-life stories. A coder who could speak, a nurse who could write, a student who used English plus friendliness. We talked about how you can build your own skill stack and why it's never too late. And I hope you also saw how your English practice today is part of your own skill stack. Thank you for spending this time with me. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep combining your skills. Because remember, tiny skills, when combined, can make a huge difference in your life.